Hey guys, I've got another me being really bad at Tetris video while I talk to you a little bit about the movie The Mortal Instruments City of Bones from 2013. I watched this movie today and I had some thoughts on it. If you haven't seen it, it's basically Star Wars plus X-Men, but as a gothic nightmare with the sexual tension turned up to 95. I really enjoyed the mythos in this movie and the backstory as it was slowly being fed to us, and I genuinely wouldn't mind seeing more of that in a better story. The problem is this movie has two modes. Whiny teen angst romance stuff that's just a little steamier than your usual young adult fiction, and slamming against the walls hard action stuff. The first 2/3 of the movie is rushing into he likes her, he also likes her, she likes him, he likes him, maybe she likes him, he likes the idea of leaving the house. It's a whole lot of that without doing very much to develop these people as people. I know this is based on a book and there's a TV show based on the books, and I'm kinda curious if doing this in more of a stretched out episodic thing would work better, as you could take time to get to know these characters and their romantic entanglements would feel a little more natural. As is, you've got the Grindelwald guy here telling a woman he just met that her BFF likes her. Dude, you haven't even spoken to that dude. How do you know that he likes her? And then the last third of the movie is non-stop punching, stabbing, biting, plot twists, new characters getting introduced, and it would all be really cool, again, if this was stretched out a little bit and the story had some room to breathe. The big villain of the movie isn't introduced until the final battle, and I think it's supposed to be a big deal, but it feels too little too late for me. In both X-Men and Star Wars, you opened your movie with the bad guy doing stuff. In this movie, we're told stuff about the bad guy, but we don't really get to see him until the fight at the end of the movie. And we do see a little humanity in him. He seems to genuinely love Lena Headey, who's in a coma for the whole movie, but that's not good enough. It would have been nice if we could have seen this guy earlier in the movie, trying to do different stuff to get the magic cup that everyone is after, pretending like he's not that bad of a guy. And then when all else fails, he turns up the evil and starts punching and stabbing to get what he wants. Then the stakes might have felt a little more real. The dialogue is, well, it's not great. I know I've complained about awful dialogue before, and then I was told, no, you're wrong, that dialogue is fine. So I'll just read an actual line from the movie and let you decide if it is good dialogue or if it is laughable. I just don't know how to look at the world anymore. I don't see streets and traffic lights and cars. I see demons and angels. Yeah, I actually laughed, multiple times in fact, and sometimes I get the feeling I was supposed to laugh, but sometimes I was definitely laughing at, not with. While the lore and backstory was some of my favorite stuff in the movie, I can't help but wonder if this would have benefited from reining in on some of the world building. This has slime dog demons, human-looking demons, half-angel warriors, witches, werewolves, telepaths, vampires, which the main character's best friend gets turned into a vampire, I think. He has glasses, and then after vampires kidnap him, he doesn't need them anymore, and he has bite marks on him, but then we never see him vamp up or do anything at all after this, so I don't know. I get that the book probably has all of this stuff in it, but it's a lot to take in just 2 hours. Maybe if they could have streamlined it a little bit, it would have been easier for laymen like me to understand and follow along. This does have a whole lot of, hey, it's that guy in the movie, which is fun if you like these actors. There's Jared Harris, who I know from Fringe, King Arthur from the criminally short-lived Showtime series Camelot, Klaus from the Umbrella Academy, and Lena Headey, who I was very surprised to see since this came out after Game of Thrones had already made her a recognizable star. Just for this cast, it would have been kinda neat to see this become more of a franchise, so I could have seen these guys do more stuff together. The movie came out in 2013, and you can pretty easily tell this was the studios trying to find the next hot young adult thing like Harry Potter, Twilight, or Hunger Games. And I hate to say it, but it's pretty easy to see why this didn't pick up, for me anyway. I can see why some people would like it, and there's enough here that I wanted to like this, but it just didn't quite measure up for me. So that's all that I have. I hope that you guys like this video, and if you've seen the movie, let me know what you thought of it. In the meantime, I'll see you Mortal Instruments in the future.